Oh man. Okay, that's not gonna work. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm taking you along to do something a little different. Today, I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed. I'm a little nervous, but if you've been following me for this past year, past few years, you know I'm not good at brows. It's just not something I've ever been good at. I'm not good at drawing brows. I'm not good at plucking my brows. I've just had a lot of really unfortunate brow days, and we're gonna clean it up a little. So microblading it is. That's this new rage of a procedure. It terrifies me to try this kind of stuff, but I am in good hands with my new friend Monica, who is also in the baseball world. So she told me not to panic. While I'm finding her house, let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Okay. All right, let's talk about microblading. This is a semi-permanent makeup procedure where hair-like strokes are created along the eyebrow to either enhance, reshape, or create a very natural looking appearance on the brow. This was day one. I also went back in for a touch-up, and that is done about 4 to 6 weeks after your original appointment. Because I was a little nervous going into this with the color I wanted to do, we did go lighter on this day and then darkened it up on the touch-up day. It looked really good when I had a natural face, but it was a little too light when I did my makeup. So I wanted more of a makeup look. So we did go darker, and I am so happy with that. The next thing that's gonna happen is Monica's gonna start marking me up and taking all of my measurements to make sure everything is symmetrical. You can see her doing the middle of my face, the inner corners of my eyes, my brow arch, and my tail. The reason the first appointment takes so long is this process right here. When you come back in for your second appointment for your touch-up, everything's already kind of laid out, so they know exactly what they need to go back in and touch up. This does take a little bit of time. Now, Monica is a friend of mine, so we did a lot of chit-chatting, as you can tell in this video. So I want to say this appointment took like 2.5 to 3 hours, but it typically takes about 2 hours for this first appointment, unless you talk as much as I do. The next thing Monica did is she went in, and you can see she's kind of just connecting dots here and making a good outline so she knows exactly where to blade. This is why you have to find somebody you trust to do this procedure for you. This can last up to 2 years, so it's very important that you find someone that is going to take their time, be a perfectionist like Monica did, and really give you a good brow. So this is the part that's a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was second guessing what the heck I was doing for just a few moments. They do have to open up the skin on your brows in order to put the numbing cream on so the numbing cream can sit and do its thing. So there's a hot second in this procedure that is not fun. I wouldn't necessarily say that it hurt, but it was definitely uncomfortable. It reminded me a lot of getting my tattoo. It's just that those like annoying little pokes. Also, if you're a noise person, these tools on your skin, there is something about it that's a little cringy. So the rest of the time, Monica is just going to town on my brows with the blade and the pigment, filling it in and creating those hair-like strokes. The most annoying part about this entire process is actually the healing process. For 10 days after your treatment, you have to be really careful with your brows because it technically is an open wound. So this meant for 10 days, I couldn't wash my eyebrows. I had to be really gentle with the way I was washing my face, making sure I wasn't getting them wet. I also had to sit out from doing any real exercise for 10 days because, again, you don't want your brows to get wet. That includes sweat. You also have to be really careful with sun exposure. So for 10 days, I pretty much wore a hat and big sunglasses to make sure I wasn't overexposing my brows. The other thing that comes along with the healing process is that your brows do heal, and in order to do so, they scab. So you will get this flaky, scabby mess of an eyebrow while the brows are healing. You can't touch them while they're healing, so you do have to just let them flake off, which sounds disgusting and it's not cute at all, but that's just the process. So I want you guys to be aware that for 10 days, it's kind of a madhouse. I really love the way that my brows turned out. I'm super stoked that Monica was able to do them. She also travels because she is in the baseball world, so I'm gonna leave her information down below if you guys wanna contact her. I highly recommend checking her out. If you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and drop them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you learned anything about the microblading process, and we will of course see you for the next video.